Friction is a force that holds back the movement of a sliding object. Hello, welcome to STEM at Home. My name is Mr. Norman. We're going to be doing some projects and experiments today that deal with friction. For this demonstration, we're going to just need 2 magazines. And we take the last page of one of the magazines and fold the first page over on top of it. Then we fold the second page, the second to last page, on top of the second page. And then we close the magazine. So we did 2 pages. And we see how strong the bond is. There's not a strong bond there. The friction between the pages is not great. But when you take every page and do it, the friction increases with each page that you fold. And we're going to fold the whole magazine. And now we've folded all of the pages, just about, and you can see that it has a lot of gripping power because of the friction. We try to pull them apart, and we can pull them apart, but gravity is not strong enough to pull them apart. We're going to build a hovercraft, and the hovercraft illustrates how a cushion of air can help reduce the friction between 2 surfaces. For this project we need like a bottle, a water bottle, if it has this type of top that closes and opens with a nipple, or some of the detergent bottles have tops like this. And this one is about the size of your balloon, of this balloon. You want to make sure that your balloon will fit on top of the nipple of the bottle. Then you're going to need an old CD, or one that you don't care about what's on it in case it gets damaged, and some duct tape, or actually this is gaffer tape, but duct tape is fine. And so to make your hovercraft, what you're going to do is to take your CD and tape your top onto the CD so that the hole in the top fits over the hole in the CD. And then you would tear or cut some tape. I've already cut mine here, and you're going to tape down the top of the bottle cap onto the CD, coming all the way around so that you block all the air from escaping between the top and the CD. Once you've got your top, the next thing to do, once you've got your top attached, the next thing to do is to blow up your balloon. We're going to turn the valve off to start with by pushing it down on this valve. You push it down Gonna blow up our balloon, and then we're going to hold it like this so that we can take the nipple of the bottle and force. You may need some adult to help you with this because this is not easy, but pull the top of the balloon over the nipple. Now you've got your miniature hovercraft. When I try to move my miniature hovercraft without the air cushion, it doesn't want to move very far when I push it. But if I pull the valve out and start the air moving, it moves very easily. Friction is reduced because the CD is riding on the air rushing out of the balloon, and it reduces the friction. For our next project, we're going to make a parachute. For the parachute, you're going to need a plastic shopping bag, some scissors, some light string or thread, a nut from a bolt, and some tape, any kind of tape probably. This is Scotch tape, but any kind of tape will probably work. To make our parachute, we start out with our plastic grocery bag, and we flatten it down and put in where the folds are. We flatten that down also, get it very even so the edges are even and straight. The next thing we do is we fold over the bag once and then fold over the bag a second time, and then we cut off the handles and we cut off the bottoms. Then we unfold the grocery bag and we find the seam. The seam is a small white line that runs down the bag just in one place. That'll be our line for cutting, so we cut straight. Once we have our bag, we'll unfold it, flatten it, take one corner and fold over to make a triangle. And then we're going to cut where the bag stops. We're going to cut a line along that line where the bag stops. And we're doing this to make a square. Once we've got our square, we fold it over once, We fold it over twice. And keep in mind that this is the center of the square. So this corner we're going to fold over. We want to remember that this is the corner that's the center. So when we go to cut, we don't want to cut this end. We want to cut the end that's opposite from the center. So then we're going to fold over our square once, and then we're going to fold over our square a second time. Then we're going to turn it over so we can see where the shortest end is, because we want to cut off, but we don't want to, we want our circle to be complete. So we're going to just cut a crescent shape, slight crescent shape, and unfold it one time only. Unfold it one time. This is a triangle that makes a 45-degree angle. And we're going to fold it flat. I'm going to rub it flat so that the lines stay in there so we can see the lines when we unfold our triangle into a circle. So now we unfold it, and we're going to mark where the strings go for our parachute. One goes here, 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 here. There will be 8 places where the strings attach. Once we've got this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach strings to the parachute with tape. We're going to make a little knot in the end so that it won't pull out of the tape. I'm using some upholstery thread. You can use light string like lightweight kite string or just any really light string. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about the diameter of the circle, and then we're going to take half again, and then we'll cut it that length. And we'll keep cutting till we do, that's one, and then a half. We'll keep cutting the strings until we get all 8 strings cut. Okay, now that we've got the strings, I'm going to take our tape and a string, and we're going to just tie an overhand knot, just a simple knot in the end. So when we tape it, the knot is going to be on the inside of the tape. And then we're going to keep just going around, tying our knot. And putting our tape on. Now we got one more to do. You might need some help putting the knots in. Then we're going to take the strings from the parachute. We'll hold it from the center like this and pull the strings out. We're going to tie a knot towards the bottom of the strings. Just an overhand knot. There we go. Then we're going to attach our nut by feeding strings, our thread, into the nut, through it, and we'll tie an overhand knot again. Tie one overhand knot, and we're going to tie another one. Just to make sure that it doesn't come apart. So this is our parachute, and you can see it. We're going to fold it now. The way that we fold it is to straighten out the strings and then fold over the top of the parachute, and then fold it again over, and then take the strings and wind them around the parachute like that. That's ready for us to throw up in the air now and see if our parachute works.
Going.
Now we're going to throw our parachute up in the air. One thing you want to make sure is that there aren't any wires above you or any trees, tall trees. And so here we go.